Hi guys, all right. So run number one for this run sub 20 program. Um, there is the ebook that's got the whole outline and stuff like that for how the actual runs work, what the program is, what the system looks like. Check out that video. I'll try and link to it so you'll be able to access that if needed. But let's get into run one. So run one is more or less depends what sort of, I guess, who you listen to or what you prescribe to, I guess, as far as measuring intensity of running is concerned. But we are just trying to get some volume in the legs for the first one of this. And the goal is to make this a realistically an easy run for you. So I got three ways that we can sort of monitor this. I think in this, when I created this almost 2 years ago, I think I only gave two. First is make it nasal breathing, because that's going to slow down your pace. If at any point you have to stop breathing through your nose and start breathing through your mouth, stop and walk, or realistically just kill back the speed a bit and hopefully you'll be able to regain it through the nose. There's a couple times I just redid this recently, a couple times where I caught myself starting to take one or two breaths through the mouth, and I was just sort of decided to be a bit more vigilant with it, and I didn't have to actually kill my pace at all. I just had to pay attention to what I was doing. So um, the other way is we can aim for like a 70% sort of heart rate or heart rate reserve. Realistically, I know some of these things are harder for people to understand if you don't have that background, or to calculate if you don't have a heart rate monitor, hence the reason why we have the nasal one in there. But the more realistic thing, and the thing that we're trying to actually target, is more this zone 3 or this aerobic sort of space. If I zoom into this, I'll get some clarity. Nice. I don't know if that's going to zoom during the recording, but feel free to zoom in and you'll see there's green zone in the heart rate zone. I've spent like 21 minutes in there, which my goal was to try and get as much time in there as possible. This only ends up being like, what, 42%? There's a lot in zone 1, but that just, obviously it took me some time. I think this just might have been me walking at the start to get there. And then if you look at the heart rate zone, you can see where I sort of start to get up, realize that the nasal breathing is sort of at its limit, drop back off, go again, and go again. For the life of me, I can't remember if I did this with someone, or if I just did it myself. I didn't actually record a video at the end of the first time I did this. But that's sort of what it looked like 2 years ago. If I switch over, this is what I hit last week. So you can see more of a consistent sort of heart rate and pace across, or heart rate, I shouldn't say pace, sorry, but pace didn't change too much. And to be fair, running wise, I've only really done this run sub 20 back then. Then we had the twins, and I've had sort of a fair bit of time off running. I've hit a few running sessions in between, but nothing I would consider actual training. Just more or less some time on the legs out there, or time coaching and running with other people as part of my coaching sessions. That's about it. So haven't done a lot, but I'm really happy with, I think I was just shy of 6K here. Just because that's where I ended at my front door. I didn't really care. It's the first one. Like I said, it's an introduction one. Just get some volume into the legs. Now, the range is sort of at least 3K up to 6K. Don't push yourself further than 6K. Don't need it at the moment. We just want to see what's that nasal running, or that zone 3 volume, or that 70% sort of heart rate reserve sort of deal, if we can get any of that in now, and just see where we're at. And we're going to keep building on that as we go week by week. But remember, this is just an additional sort of thing you can chuck in. Now, I know from personal experience, I can do absolutely no other running in the week, and I will get benefits running wise week to week. And when we get to more of the testing based threshold 5Ks and stuff, I'll see those improvements. I think as I'm getting older now, I'm going to try and manage this a lot more and not flog myself. Hence the reason why I hit the 5.7, quads were feeling pretty sore, and I was like, I'm happy I don't need to do another 300 meters, and just be a little bit smarter about that. And I'll definitely be doing that on the interval sessions to come. Definitely on the threshold ones. That will be at threshold, but it won't be max pace threshold, that's for sure. So keep that in mind. I'll keep getting more information about these. I will link to the ebook as well, and try and sort of get that there if you want it and you want to look back at the old videos. Otherwise, keep following along with the YouTube channel, and basically we'll pump out all the new videos on this, and you can just follow along this week by week and let me know how you go.